The readings of today may be seen as containing two themes. And the first of these themes is hospitality. The second is sacrifice and love. In the book of Genesis, we read about the hospitality of Abram. Abram is at the oak of Mamre, and he encounters visitors. Instead of Abram ignoring them as he could have done, instead of him not bothering about them as he could have done, Abram instead reaches out to them, though they are strangers. Abram does not know who they are. Abram does not know what they can give him in return. Abram only knows that he has to reach out to them and try to ask if he can be a host. And Abram is a good host because Abram reaches out to them not only by offering hospitality, but by showing it in action and by being present in body, in mind, and heart with the visitor. Abram is rewarded because the visitor who enjoyed the hospitality promises that his wife Sarah, who is without child, his wife Sarah, who is barren, will have a child when the visitor comes next year. And this promise was made true because Abram, who was childless, Abram, who was landless, became not only the father of multitudes when his name was changed to Abraham, because this is what Abraham means, the father of a multitude. Abram also was given land much, much further than his eye could see. The reason was Abram's faith. The reason was Abram's hospitality. The reason was Abram's reaching out to visitors who were strangers and who became his friends. In the second reading of today to the Colossians, Paul speaks about his own sacrifice and the sacrifice of the Lord. His own sacrifice is so that he could communicate the message given to him directly by God. And the message that God gave directly to Paul was that God was in Christ reconciling the world to himself, not counting the trespasses, not counting the sins against the world, but simply wanting to draw the world to himself. This drawing the world to himself was made tangible and real, Paul says, when Jesus was sent to be that mark, to be that revelation, to be that tangible expression of the love of God. God could have shown his love by sending a prophet. God could have shown his love by sending a king, or by sending a messenger, or by sending a message in the form of a blessing. God, Paul says, did none of this. God sent his Son in the fullness of time to become exactly one of us, to show us the way. In his becoming a human, in his staying human, Jesus showed us that we are limitless, that there is nothing which holds us back, that there is nothing that can put a restriction on his love for us, and that the love that we must have for others. In the gospel of today, we speak of hospitality of two kinds. One is the hospitality of Martha, and the other is the hospitality of Mary. Martha's hospitality is external, where she is busy preparing an external meal. Mary's hospitality is internal. It stems from her heart because she sits at the feet of the Lord. Not only does she keep the Lord company, but she sits at his feet as a disciple, listens to him, assimilates what she learns, and puts it into practice. Two kinds of hospitality. Martha, an external one, which may be efficient, but is not efficacious, because her hospitality is not to focus on the host who is Jesus, but to focus on her sister. And because of that, whatever she does is not efficacious at all. Whatever she does not bear fruit. Mary's hospitality is to focus on the Lord and not be upset by her sister's agitation, in that she is the perfect host. And so the message of the gospel text of today and the readings of today to each one of us is to be at the feet of the Lord, to sit down and to focus on what we are doing. Abraham focused on his visitors, and so was the perfect host. Mary sat at the feet of the Lord, and so was the perfect host. We need to focus on what we are doing and not get distracted like Martha did. If we do that, then our work will be not only efficient, it will also be efficacious. The second point which the readings make is to remind us that we are loved unconditionally by God, and the sign, the symbol of that love will always remain Jesus. If I share the love I have received, if I am that attentive host, then Jesus lives again and again, and he becomes host and guest and Lord in one.